the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. Who knows what we're in store for here?
And it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. Our partner, fantasy football, doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys at the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offense and defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
Don't let this guy's laid-back personality fool you, Mike. He is a tremendous presence to have in your quarterback room. Not only does he have the ability to manage the game at a high level, but your team has a legitimate chance to beat anyone in the league whenever he's under center. Now, I don't know if I'd classify him as a long-term solution, but he's certainly someone every franchise they would love to have.
Open man. That's Trey Tucker. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, here's Minshew. That'll be taken in. It's Alexander Madison. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
I like the play call there. 2nd, relatively short. Give your quarterback an opportunity to push this ball downfield, but realize this quickly. Nothing developing. Get the ball down to your back. Pick up a new set of downs.
Here's Minshew now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Marshall is on the move. Minshew's going to look to throw again. He's got it at about the 8. He is in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems, Mike, the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
He runs with it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Once again, it's Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. A couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
On first down, here's Geno to throw. They'll come up now for second down and 4. From the shotgun, Smith. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return is Dylan Loudby. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Raiders offense ready to see the football for the second time. We're trying to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Minshew. That's taken in by the running back, Madison. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. A dive and a catch. Incredible. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Vegas.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time by talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball.
That is caught. What a throw. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Vegas. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Now return, coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I would imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Off the play fake, Smith. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Gina. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Deep for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. And this is as good as you can possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done. Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. He's into space, past the 15. And an important gain there as they move out past the 20-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. First carry of the game for Alexander Madison. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So after one, it's the Raiders with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Madison. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Again, it's Madison. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. He keeps it himself, and he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. A gain there of 13 yards.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They'll run up the middle. It's Madison. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Marshall is on the move. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
On first down, here's Minshew. Finding his tight end, Mayer. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the gun, it's a run with Madison. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll fake the give, and now it's Minshew. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Marshall is on the move. From the gun, here's Minshew. Off he goes. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
Here's a run. To the 5-yard line. Now here's second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Third and goal. They look to throw it with Minshew. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Gardner Minshew. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Carlson now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Raiders will take a 21-7 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Jalen Darden now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they'll have it across midfield down the opposing 46-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
On 2nd down, Smith. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Timeout, Seahawks. That is their 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Gino to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he will score. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now the point after drop from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks draw closer here. It's 21-14. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Minshew. He completes it to Marshall. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Raiders are out in front as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports Studios. This is the Halftime Report. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. Smith to throw on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. You can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
1st and 10. They put the tight end Brown in motion. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
2nd and 11. They go play action with Smith. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there, and it'll be 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. The Raiders offense and Gardner Minshew going to take over once again. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to go play action now with Minshew. Taking off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down. They'll go here with Madison. And he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Back is Minshew. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2. On the ground, it's Madison. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep is Jalen Darden. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Smith. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Smith. Connecting with the tight end. That's back. A gain there of 11. First down, Seattle.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. On the bootleg, it's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
In trouble, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins, the former Dolphin, in there to bring him down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Madison. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Open man, left side. He's got it. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Raider 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On the give, this is Madison. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. They face 2nd down and 7. The shotgun, a throw from Minshew. That's caught by Abdullah. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Now Minshew. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Open receiver is Marshall. He's got it. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Vegas.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. That's a gain of 14 and a first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
A run on first and goal. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On second and goal, they'll give him another shot. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force fourth down.
So big kick coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. On the return is Darden. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Greg, simply put, they've been off their game right from the jump.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just the way the game goes, and you can't really put your finger on it, but you feel good coming out of the week of practice. You feel really good about your game plan, and then once the ball's kicked off, nothing seems to work, and it's very frustrating because you can look great one week, and then the next week be completely taken out of your game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Gina. Locking on the slant. He's got it. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Outright, Smith and Jigba has it. And They'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Now, Gino. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Jake Bobo. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. That his 2nd touchdown tonight.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. A 1-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Madison. Not much there, maybe a yard. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They'll stick with Madison. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
55 minutes over 60 minutes.
On the ground, Abdullah. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come. It's fourth down, it's Lumen. The Raiders have their punt team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. This one complete to his tight end Fant. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
On 1st down, here's Gino to throw. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. It is 2nd and a yard. Here's Gino. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
They'll try it now with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.